Hi guys, this is Refleksy. As you've seen from some of my other videos, I've been jungling even before it was cool.
Oh my fucking god. What the hell?
So needless to say, I really love Enigma.
And then, the true meaning of black holes came through, and the Enigma found the strength of 10. Refresh your orb. Plus 2.
He's right in the center of my Venn diagram of badass heroes. Enigma is voiced by the legendary John St. John, who also voiced Kunkka, Bloodseeker, and Axe. But it's very hard to tell that because so many effects were layered on his voice. Not very many people will remember, but those effects used to be much more subtle, making Enigma essentially Duke Nukem in space.
I've got the black hole of steel.
Let's talk about Enigma's skills. Enigma's Q is Malefice, the younger sibling of stuns. Persistent and annoying, it stays with the enemy for 3 stuns at every level.
Ow! Quit it. Ow! Quit it. Ow! Quit it. Ow! Quit it.
I stare also into you.
Ow! Quit it.
This is actually one of the strongest stuns in the game. Since at max level, it essentially is a 3-second stun, and it keeps the enemy from TPing away or using channeling skills for a full 6 seconds. Enigma's W is the reason you play Enigma. Because you want to murder innocent animals in their homes, split their souls into 3 parts, and use the twisted monsters you create to kill the rest of their families, right? Right? Enigma's lore is one of those baloney ones where, oh, no one really knows where he comes from. Is he a spooky ghost? Is he a bunch of purple goop? No one really knows. Bullcrap. So whenever this happens in video games, I like to make up my own lore. I like to pretend that Enigma is the character Fart from Rick and Morty Season 2, Episode 2. He's able to alter matter and he sees carbon-based life as a disease, so I think that Enigma is trying to just assimilate everyone and make copies of himself.
Chaos hunts the spark of endless suns, whose light will die in my crushing grasp.
It's how things should be. It's how they could be.
Serve the void.
Now we say goodbye.
What a man.
Goodbye. Goodbye, dog. Goodbye. Kill. Help me! Oh, goodbye. Hold my hand.
Shut the f up about Moonmen!
The world can be one together, cosmos without hatred, stars like diamonds in your eyes. Enigma's Eidolons don't do too much, but they're like Enigma's posse. With them, he's rolling 7 deep. LOL! With proper micromanagement of your Eidolons, it's sometimes possible to turn around a gank attempt into your favor.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Enigma's E is Midnight Pulse. A lot of players call this Enigma's real black hole because of how important it is in the late game for killing tanky strength heroes. Midnight Pulse removes HP at a percentage basis, up to 57% at maximum level. It also removes trees in a massive radius. So you can work through your teen anger and angst issues.
Disrespect your surroundings!
Okay, it's time to talk about Enigma's ultimate. Black holes have been a mystery for hundreds of years. In 1797, William Herschel made a discovery about certain stars. He talks to his son and he says, "Hey kid, I got something to show you. What's that thing up there?" And then his kid's all like, "Daddy, that's a star. Don't you know that? I thought you did science for a living." And then he's like, "Wrong, dummy. It was Enigma the whole time." And then he threw his child into the ocean. Then in the 1800s, Michael Faraday showed that by putting a stick of gum into a slinky, he could control time itself. He used this power to discover the true nature of Enigma. He learned that every 200 seconds, Enigma can use his ultimate to suck super hard, pulling in, according to this dumb-looking picture from a Wired magazine article, chairs, flowers, old televisions, and dookie piles.
Their own enormous weight.
But at millions of Gs, even light bows to gravity. The light still moves at its constant speed, but it cannot escape. Mitchell's dark star? Enigma's
Black hole.
And the nearest one may be closer than you think.
You've entered a decaying orbit.
Okay, so I got a little bit distracted talking about dookie piles and scientists and stuff, but I was talking about Enigma's ultimate. You could be having the most stompy game, then screw up a huge black hole at any particular time and throw it all away. Alternatively, you could be having a shitty game, and then a sick black hole will make things a ton more fun.
No, Enigma, out, Enigma, out. Out means away.
Enigma says no to that. Enigma's ultimate is kind of a parable for life. You always have to do the best you can in life to prepare yourself for success, but then sometimes you get hit by a freight train. Here, for example, you'll see a wonderful black hole about to happen, and then in the exact same millisecond, Slardar decides to bash. The game even has no idea how to deal with this. It says that Slardar loses the black hole debuff before he even gets it in the first place. But I'm not gonna let that baloney bullcrap stop me from doing the best I can as Enigma. Yo, I go by the name of Refleksy, of the Potato League. I just wanna let y'all know, the world is about to see some fails they ain't never seen before. Let's go. Play on my team, I'll leave you mentally scarred. I'm failing gank on gank. The game is hard. I'm the #1 feeder. Call me large pizza, cause I feed a team of 5. Dive, and you know that I'ma die. I'm terrible. Feed till you leave, cause my plays are unbearable. Sorry my team, what I'm seeing in my mind. Huge black holes you could really get behind. Minimap, nah, cause I'm better playing blind. Next time I invite you, had better hit decline. Man, I try to gank while scram. I'm trying to show y'all just how bad I am. My ancient's burning, he calls me a burden. Mechanics oughta joke like I'm Pee Wee Herman. Potato with the league that I'm playing in, but my team keeps trying to play to win. So let's take you through a basic game of Enigma, how I play it. 99% of the time, you're going to be jungling, unless you're doing some weird stuff. Don't do that, because you're not No-Tail. Why are you trying to be No-Tail? You're not a flower. Your goal in the early game is to get the fastest soldering you can, since it allows you to jungle effectively, while keeping your health up enough to possibly survive a gank, or maybe even participate in one.
Sorry, everyone in the crowd is chanting at TI. Can we kill this guy? That's
Yeah, go.
So slow, it sucks.
No, I almost was there with
we got him.
Good job. That was nice soldering. That's great. Since I refuse to play without a woodchopper courier, #woodchopper courier for life, I buy the courier, clarity, a sage mask, and the soldering recipe. Buying the recipe is handy because you can ideally take the easy or medium camp, wait for those camps to respawn, take them one more time, then go to the lane, get a gank, buy the rest of the soldering, take the 2-minute rune, and then go right back to jungling. After that soldering's done, you can buy brown boots, mechanism, or blink dagger if somebody else is already getting a mechanism. If you're playing against a team with a lot of disables, you probably want a BKB, but if you only have 1 or 2, a very clever thing to do, if they're all targeted, is to get a Lincoln Sphere.
As long as I have the blue orb.
I can block one single target spell once every 13 seconds.
Archie, don't do it!
Try me, bitch.
It's not too much more money, and it gives you a decent amount of stats in the region. Another good option is Glimmer Cape, but it's only really most useful if nobody has a Lion or a Sand King, somebody with a non-targetable stun. If you did get a mech, definitely upgrade it to Guardian Greaves. But maybe, just maybe, you want some of the dope diggity dankest black holes ever, you've got three options here. First, the bargain basement is Etherlands. If you go the Etherlands route, you can get mana boost early and get extra movement speed, as well as extra mana for your team, and then just build it into Etherlands later. And of course, this does synergize with your blink, so you can blink from even further away and then cast your black hole from even further away. That's a decent option if you're very poor in the early game. If you're looking for something a little bit more high tier, let's go back a couple videos and play our favorite game ever.
Scepter versus Refresher Orb.
Ags applies damage equal to your current level of Midnight Pulse, on top of the ult. Now this can be a really huge deal, especially if you layer an actual Midnight Pulse underneath. But the Refresher, on the other hand, allows you to disable people for a full 8 seconds, and also kind of does the same thing, where you're able to cast another Midnight Pulse on everybody. So what you'll do is lay down Midnight Pulse, put a black hole on that, and then top it off with another Midnight Pulse, and another black hole. So, in my opinion, the Refresher Orb is a clear winner here. It's a little bit more expensive, but you get decent regeneration and stuff. Just try to hold off on any team fights until you get it finished.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack.
They never miss.
Triple kill to your next incarnation.
Dire's middle tower.
The main problem for me, by the time I actually have my Refresher, the game's already over. You guys wait like 30 seconds so I can get a double these black holes?
Yeah, like, I really want that too.
No! Still counts. Oh, the balls! Balls!
Bruh, look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
Guys, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribing, liking the video, and letting me know in the comments is the best thing you can do for me. Of course, I'm always looking to improve, so if you guys have any ideas, let me know those too. Now, onto shoutouts. Thanks so much for watching. First of all, let me give a huge shout out to Brad Sucks, it's his stage name. He made the music to my favorite Flash games. It's definitely one of the most challenging ones I've ever played. It's called SteamShovel Harry, and that's where that music came from. Links to Brad's music and SteamShovel Harry are going to be in the description. Next, as always, the title card artwork is by the ever-talented Ren. She's got a Tumblr where you can look at her awesome art and commission your own. A couple of really great music makers gave me some really solid advice when I was making the Goodbye Moonmen parody, so I want to give them a little shout out. The first is Havelock Good Fun. He makes really good music using sounds from Dota to his latest one's Luna, and it's awesome. You better check it out.
On my enemy.
Pumodi also helped me out. He's got music you can actually buy in the game right now. He's got another music pack on the workshop. The Highlander music pack is a really solid pack. Click here to get through to the Steam Workshop page to vote for that. Let me also give a shout out to KMLJKL. He makes kind of like meme videos, and he let me use that little blue orb gag with the Lincoln Sphere. So check his channel out, that's in the description too. Of course, I can't forget all of the people that gave me awesome feedback. They had a bunch of great ideas to help the video out. You know what they say, teamwork makes the meme work. If you can't wait another year to see more of my humor, you can follow me on Twitter I post baloney there constantly. I stream sometimes too. The schedule's kind of weird right now, but I do Dota, live video editing, and other random games. That's it. Thank you for watching. The ground can be space, 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 space.
Yeah, can you stop, dude?
All the Moonmen want things their way, but we make sure they see the sun. But if there are certain times, but if there, Mr. SteamShovel, you say in your lore that you have simply willed yourself into existence.
Yes, indeed.
That you just popped out of a stone?
Oh, yes.
I find that hard to believe. You could just make Sand King hit people with bags of the official chip of Dota 2, cheddar and sour cream ruffles. Oh no, not even Roshan can handle the cheesy whirlwind of tiny shards of Doritos crumbles with a new ability modifier cosmetic. Buy it today. I'm gonna buy some wards, only got 150 in my pocket. I'm warden, gonna give some vision, hope I don't get ganked on. Walk up to the fight like, what up, I got a chain frost, got the lane in control, I put this and I creep block. Ice in the armor so damn frosty that chin be like,
Damn, that's a cold ass honky.
Where's the fight? Where's the fight? Where's the fight? The fight, the fight, 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 fight.